Hello everybody, my name is Caden and welcome back to Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today, we got a lot of stuff to do. Namely, we are going to continue heading over this direction and adding in more animals to our park. Namely, more dinosaurs. I haven't figured out exactly which dinosaur I'm going to do today, but we've got a whole lot of space out here to start building some wonderful brand new exhibits. Before we get into that though, I want to show you guys some of the work we've managed to get done. Some of this was done on a recent live stream, some of this has just been stuff I've been working on, but beautifying the park. As you can see, we've got a couple of brand new custom trees in here, blocking off that view of the Ceratosaurus exhibit. I put in these plinths to I don't know, kind of decorate the outside of the bug house a little bit more. Got another tree there, got this one. And as you'll notice, I added some different leaf types. I switched out the oak leaves for these trees with birch. I might change that again later, we'll see. And we have azalea leaves for our aspen style trees, which I think look absolutely fantastic. I haven't gone through and done that over here. These ones are still using the old oak leaves. I might switch these over to azaleas though, because I think that is a really nice looking leaf, and B, well, that was what I meant to do, makes them stand out a lot more from the hedges and everything else we've been doing. However, one of the big things I've done, and you can kind of see it here, this is part of one of the projects we're going to work on today, is I've built this retaining wall alongside our storage room. So we've kind of got this going here. I'm planning to add a second level right along here, not quite as tall, but where we can put plants and stuff alongside it and, I don't know, kind of integrate the hill a bit better into the rest of the park. But I think this is looking really good, especially now that I've added some little vines overflowing it and some trees here so you can kind of see the greenery. And last but not least, I've finally made this path connect all the way up to the laboratory. So we've got kind of a cohesive path system now from here all the way to our Ceratosaurus, which is pretty good. You can also see the rooted dirt from where the azalea trees were. I feel like I should start collecting a lot of rooted dirt. I need to find like a natural azalea tree so I can harvest it. Well, not harvest the tree, but harvest all the rooted dirt, because it's a pretty good texturing block and would probably be great for some of the smaller exhibits we do. But anyway, all that being said, I think I've got a project right here that I'd like to get started with. Okay, everyone, and after quite a lot of building, I think we're in a pretty sweet position here. Um, the lake, the pond, yeah. So, okay, this is something I've been planning to do for a while. I think I've mentioned a couple episodes that I wanted to do some sort of water feature by our storage room and the lab and whatnot. Um, I I wasn't planning on this. During that time lapse, so I put this little dirt mound here. I was like, oh, we could put like a little dinosaur skeleton on it, or well, I say little. We could put a dinosaur skeleton, like a brachiosaur, or an ankylosaur, or a T-Rex or something. And then I went, what if we did another tree? And then it became, what if we did a big tree? And then what if we did a big tree turned into this? This is quite honestly very likely the best custom tree I've ever made. I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. The glowberries might be a bit overkill, but I just like how they look. I am a bit disappointed I can't attach them to leaf blocks. If I could do that, that would be perfect. But I don't know. This tree just looks fantastic. It looks properly just old and charactered. I love it. I love it. I am so happy with this build. I hope you guys like it too. But we've got this lovely little pond here now as well. We got quite a lot of fish in here. Maybe it's a bit overstocked. We'll see if I move some of these somewhere else later on. But I like this. I think overall, just having that tree and even just this pond and this area built in and the walkway going all the way around over here just looks spectacular. And the path, I think, turned out really nicely as well on this little slight slant. It looks so good. And another thing I was kind of surprised how well it turned out was these. I think these retaining walls look fantastic. Now, I've expanded them a little bit here and there, just as I was kind of fiddling with stuff, and I think it's looking good, especially now that I put some trees in there. I like it. I think it makes the whole area feel a bit more monumental and just kind of ties the whole park together a bit more, or at least the upper base area. Honestly, the only thing now that feels out of place here is the stuff from episode 1, our house, our farms. They all feel a little just out of place now, so I might have to look into moving those at some point. But that is not today. Today is not that. I do think it makes the lab look a lot better, actually, now that we've got more scenery here. I don't know, it ties everything together so much better. But anyway, we can't just focus on the base all day, though I'm very, very happy with how it all looks. I'm also thinking I might switch out some of these for lights, to add a little bit of extra character over here. Also, I would have put leaves down here, but after doing that, and primarily the giant oak tree, I am completely out of oak leaves. Like, I just don't have any left, so I need to go get more, which means I really just need to probably go through that forest there and remove all the leaves from it. But anyway, with all of that being said and done, I think it's now high time we move over here and probably start planning out and then getting to work on a new dinosaur exhibit once I figure out exactly which dinosaur I want to build. Oh, look at our Ceratosaur. She looks so cool. Look at that. She's awesome. But yeah, anyway, I will bring you guys back when I've probably laid out a bit of a plan for what we're going to do over here. All right, guys, I think I've got an idea now for what we can do here. So I've kind of been running into a problem here, and we'll kind of see it as we kind of run down this way. And it's not really like a problem. It's just, and I think this is something that those of you who are fellow creatives will run into. Sometimes you have really cool ideas and things are kind of flowing, and then you hit a point where you're like, almost there's too much open space. There are too many options, and now I'm not overly sure what to do. And that's kind of what I ran into. It's like, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. How do I set all this up? Like, partially because the ground around me is rather flat, aside from, of course, the hill with our Ceratosaur, and I don't want to put this new enclosure right over here because I think there's other stuff we could put here that would be a bit cooler. So I've kind of just been messing around, kind of just trying to figure out what I think will work. Another problem is the pathway, because I cannot for the life of me figure out what I want to do with it, which is a very me thing to do, because I don't know why, but paths just genuinely do not work in my head. But I think I've got at least a little bit of an idea now of what I am going to do for this this next exhibit. Oh gosh, our tools are super broken. I am absolutely going to need to repair these very soon, lest they all break. Or I should just make new tools. I guess I'll do whichever one. Seems to be simpler and easier. But anyway, I think I've got at least a basic idea now. All right, and here we are with an exhibit. All right, I think this is good. It's a little simple. It's not the most elaborate, but I think I kind of got over what I was talking about with the creative kind of, I don't know, stumbling block of, we have this big, flat, wide open expanse. How do we actually use it? And while this isn't, again, the most, I think, interesting build, it's perfectly fine for what we're going to use it for, which, if we walk through the store and close it real quick, are our lovely Dryosaurs, which I find to be very cute little animals. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing. I might be quickly removing the cows and the chickens because, oh, that's a duck. That was sad. Just because I don't want a ton of non-dinosaurs in here. Although I guess technically the duck is a dinosaur, but we're not going to count that. Animal hunting aside, yeah, it's a simple build. I think the fences actually look pretty good. I am considering they may not stay this height, and nor will the viewing platform, because before people say you made this entire build just for Dryosaurus, which actually we should throw these down real quick. Before people go, do you just build this for Dryosaurus? I am going to expand this build, probably whenever we can get the next animal in, because, well, I want to, actually let me check something real quick. I want to add the Stegosaurus into this build, because I like having the Stegos and the Dryos together. I think they're a really cool, fun mix. But we don't have Stegosaurus yet. So these fences are probably also going to get taller and upgraded as we kind of move on. And I might somewhere throw some like block or glass or whatever to let people see into the exhibit without having to go into the viewing area. But I do like the viewing area. It's not quite done yet. I got a ton of building materials left over to add to it. I'm probably going to add an awning at some point. I just don't want to yet. But it does give you a really good view into this build. And I think the rock wall, though small and simplistic, works really well. And I like the little shelter I did. Again, not the biggest, fanciest shelter, but again, for our purposes, I think it's absolutely spectacular. It just kind of fits as a small to medium-sized herbivore enclosure. Almost kind of gives me like, I was gonna say like zebra vibes, you know? Something like that, or like an antelope enclosure, which I think is a good proxy for our Dryosaurs. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling real quick. I'll bring you guys back when these guys are ready to hatch, and we'll go on from there. All right, and, oh, there they are. Hello. All right, we got a female, a male, and, oh, come on. A female. All right, that's cool. We got at least a little bit of a mix. They are so tiny. They're very cute though. Look at the little guys. Absolutely adorable. I don't think I have. I don't know if they have feathers or not. If they do, I might mess around with that config setting to see if I prefer that to the normal scaly versions. We'll see. But they are very cute. But yeah, like I kind of mentioned, this build is absolutely meant to be for more than just for Dryosaurs. We've got a lot of space in here, so I think a Stegosaurus or two would be a great addition, and also very much lend to expanding this out even a little bit, making it a bit more big and interesting and whatnot. But anyway, I was going to texture this, but I'm going to wait because I have not yet gotten more tough, which I mentioned last episode I ran out of working on the Ceratosaur enclosures, so we can't really work on the Rockwall texture too much. But I think we're going to quickly get to work on maybe doing a little bit of decorating, and then we'll probably end this episode off. So I'm going to get to that. Alright, I think this has turned out pretty decent. I did make one little addition over here, which was just to throw in a little retaining wall because I really liked what we were doing over there. And I think it's okay for right now. We'll fiddle with it as we kind of move on throughout this area. Like I kind of mentioned with the Ceratosaur, I'm realizing again here with the Dryosaur, I don't want to commit too much to exactly how this whole area is going to be decorated because very likely a lot of things are going to change over the next few episodes as we just kind of keep expanding outwards. However, I do quickly want to do one thing. Also, I'm leaving that there for right now. You saw it pop up in the time lapse, and I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. It's too late well, I say it's too late at night. It's too early in the morning at this point. And I need to finish this up so we can go out. Also, I should really mention, I didn't look at the shelter too much here. You'll see copper. I've used copper again because I haven't been using it and I have a lot of it, but I'm waiting for this to oxidize. It's gonna look better when it's that bluish tealy color rather than the current color. But anyway, I was going to quickly throw in some spruce trees just to give us a little bit of verticality to the enclosure, and then I guess we'll sleep because I didn't realize how close we were to nighttime, because I don't really pay attention to time in this game, much like real life when it's 2 in the morning and I'm still working on this. Oh, I needed to go to bed about 3 hours ago because I have stuff to do in the morning and I'm very busy, but you know what? Sometimes you just get hit by that inspiration, and that's a really pretty sunset. Not quite as pretty as the sunsets I watched tonight, but, still pretty. Anyway, yeah, we'll just throw in some quick trees. You'll notice, where is it? Ah, yes, I have these. I have not used any of these yet, because you have to plant them under trees. And I'll take that, and we'll just kind of this way. There we go. Yeah, I felt like we could put some ancient ferns down just for, I don't know, fun, I guess. Alright, that's not gonna work. Just chuck it there, and that'll be fine. Actually, I should make sure... No, they can't jump up and get out. Okay, perfect. I haven't put a water feature in this exhibit, or like a drinking area, I guess, technically, in this build yet. I probably will eventually, but like I said, it's probably going to get expanded at some point moderately soon to add in stegosaurs. So I figured I'd kind of wait till we did that. I've also got some birch leaves, so I think, and this is a cool thing where we can kind of use that. Oh, I do have my shears. I was like, where are they? But my microphone was blocking them, so I couldn't see that I had them. Okay. Anyway, let's just kind of chuck some bushes around real quick. Again, with everything that's going to be happening hopefully pretty soon with this area as we kind of keep going, I will decorate it more. I also kind of want to work on getting some more plants ready, and not just like prehistoric ones, because I do want to throw more of those in as well, but also just like normal plants. As you saw, I had to harvest new leaves to get the leaves for those path path barriers there, and kind of some other stuff too. So it'd be great to get more plants, and I think in general, if I do a live stream this week or after this goes up, I'm probably, so sneak peek. By the way, I think I've mentioned this before. Usually the day after an episode goes up, there is a live stream where we work on stuff. Fair warning, it is usually, just working on resource collection or fossil mining. But, you know, if you guys want to hang out and enjoy a little bit more dinos content, that is a great way to do it. So there'll probably be a stream the day after this goes up. So if you guys want to join that, we'll probably be going and collecting a whole bunch of stuff that we need. Anyway, I want to quickly jump up here. That actually already looks a lot better. Like, genuinely, I think if we throw a bit of ground texture in, maybe get a little bit of texture into that rock wall and just kind of keep expanding it, this is going to look really nice. Like, genuinely, I think this is going to be great. Of course, over here, we have all sorts of stuff to work with. I think, actually, now this is not going to be next episode, but if there is a place I was going to end up throwing sauropods in, it's probably in this area here because it's a bit low. Well, it's already lower than everything else. But we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I think we're going to end today's episode off here. I think I've gotten a lot done. Well, because I've had to record this over several days, I've kind of forgotten I spent a ton of time over there. But I'm pretty happy with this. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are looking forward to next episode. I think I've got some good ideas for it. And let me know what animals you guys want to see next, or what builds you guys would love to see next. Anyway, until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and see ya.